What is up YouTube, and welcome to this WandaVision video as we discuss if Darcy Lewis is really Darcy Lewis in the show and how the whole dang thing started in Westview. There will be some light spoilers for the show thus far, and if you enjoyed the video then please do drop a like down below and subscribe with notifications on so you never miss a video. There is an idea that Darcy Lewis is not who we think she is and that she could be an alien. Yes, this seems far-fetched at first, but Darcy has had her own character poster, much like the rest of the characters, that features some very curious markings on her top. Now, Monica Rambeau had one of her own, which features her wearing a jumper that is a lot like her comic book costume, at least in the colour department. So with that in mind, I believe that this here poster with Darcy and has some odd things with two S's on her chest, which is, unless she's a massive Slipknot fan, a interesting hint that she could be something else. Now, funnily enough, it's similar to the markings of Deathcry's face, but who the heck is Deathcry? Her proper name is Shara Neramani, and she is a fierce Shia Empire follower who has been involved with the X-Men and the Phoenix Force. Shara was appointed as the protector of the Avengers after they defeated the Kree and hid her age from them until later, and she formed close bonds with the Avengers such as Vision. It would make sense that someone off-world would be interested in Wanda due to her ridiculous power levels, and said how she is a huge fan of Monica Rambeau, someone who has more than likely been into space a few times, but admittedly not too far into space. We know that Darcy is a big fan of Monica Rambeau as well, as she said as much in the last episode, but considering S.W.O.R.D. has not been mentioned in the MCU at all, and Darcy only got her science degrees in the last few years, then it would be interesting if Darcy has been there at the integral moments of Earth's awakening in the wider universe. Most notably was there at the arrival of Thor again on Earth, and also during Thor: The Dark World. And yes, it is a long shot that this could happen, but it's an interesting idea that her being someone else would be a big twist and would explain again why she was at these integral points. And because I always found it weird that she was a political science student and always involved here. And well, there is another idea that she could be the daughter of the Red Skull, Cynthia Schmidt, the outcome of a relationship between the Red Skull and a washerwoman. The girl became Sin and was brainwashed, but, well, she was even attempted to be deprogrammed by S.H.I.E.L.D. to no avail. So that's a curious one nonetheless. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What you think? Is she someone else? Now, next up, let's talk about how the Westview Bubble started. We've seen a lot of promos thus far, and it gives a good insight into just how this happened. We now know that Wanda stole Vision's body, and personally I believe that the S.W.O.R.D. director was not telling the whole truth as we see her head into S.W.O.R.D. HQ and take him. Vision was being worked on by scientists, and it is a very, very interesting topic nonetheless that this character was being worked on and that S.W.O.R.D. saw themselves as holier than thou when trying to absolutely drone strike Wanda just to stop her. It's clear that Wanda heard that Vision was being worked on after his body was taken there after Infinity War. Now, she probably came back and went, hey, that's not very good. And she was also wearing her Scarlet Witch outfit as well, so she could have been on a mission there from the Avengers. But, well, what were they doing? I personally think they were attempting to make weapons using his body. Considering Shuri was attempting to map his brain so it does not need the Mind Stone, it might be that they were just simply trying to make a grey Vision like he was in the comics, purged of all emotion and logic, and could be sent off to do the bidding of anyone from S.W.O.R.D. Well, Wanda then went to Westview and created her new reality, which is what we see in the trailers with her in normal clothes, creating the world and changing it to see how she sees fit. And we've seen each part of this in the promos, And I think it's pretty cool nonetheless that this has happened, but I'm expecting to get another prequel episode like we did when we had the whole sword interlude. I expect that we will see just how this all created, because we see it in the promos and we see her actually revive Vision. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Please drop a like down below. Please do subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.